The best Eid gift. On the last night of Ramadan, the house of Amina and Yusuf was calm and peaceful. The soft light of lanterns glowed in the living room as the family gathered together. Amina and her little brother Yusuf sat beside their grandmother on the carpet. They raised their hands and made dua. Everyone was waiting for an important announcement. Would tomorrow be Eid? Amina looked up at her grandmother and asked softly, "Grandma, why is Eid so special?" Grandmother smiled gently. "My dear child," she said, "Eid is the beautiful gift Allah gives us after a whole month of fasting, patience and prayer." Just then, the door opened. Baba walked in with a big smile on his face. "Allahu Akbar," he said joyfully. "The moon has been sighted. Tomorrow is Eid." The children jumped up with excitement. "Eid Mubarak! Eid Mubarak!" they shouted happily. Mama laughed softly and said, "All right, children. Time to sleep early. Tomorrow will be a very special day." The next morning, the house was filled with excitement. Sunlight streamed through the windows. Today was Eid. Everyone woke up early to prepare for the celebration. Mama helped Amina wear her beautiful Eid dress. Yusuf proudly wore his clean new clothes. Baba put on some perfume and smiled at the children. "On Eid," he said, "we wear our best clothes and look our best." Soon Mama brought a small plate of dates to the table. Before leaving for the Eid prayer, Baba gave each child some dates. The Prophet used to eat dates before going to the Eid prayer, Baba explained. Yusuf happily picked up one date, then another, and another. "I love dates," he said with a big grin. Everyone laughed. Before leaving the house, Baba picked up a bag filled with food. Amina looked curious. "Baba, who is that for?" she asked.
"Baba similet karmli."
"This is charity," he said, "so that families who do not have much can also celebrate Eid happily." They walked through the neighborhood and gave the food to a family in need. The family was very grateful. Amina felt something warm in her heart. She realized that Eid was not only about celebration. It was also about kindness. Soon the whole neighborhood began walking toward the Eid prayer ground. Families walked together happily. Children held their parents' hands. Smiles were everywhere. The air was filled with the beautiful words of takbir. Muslims gathered together to thank Allah for the blessings of Ramadan. After the prayer, people greeted one another warmly. "Eid Mubarak." Friends hugged each other. Children laughed and ran around happily. It was truly a joyful day. Back at home, the table was filled with delicious food. Mama had prepared a wonderful Eid meal. The whole family gathered together. Grandmother called the children closer. "I have something for you," she said with a smile. She handed each child a small envelope. Their Eid gift. Yusuf's eyes grew wide with excitement. "Thank you, Grandma," he said happily. The house was filled with laughter. Later that day, Amina stepped outside. The neighborhood was still full of celebration. But then she noticed something. A boy was sitting alone on the steps of a small house. He looked sad. Amina walked closer. "Hello," she said gently. "Why are you sitting here alone today?" The boy looked down quietly. "My name is Bilal," he said softly. "I don't have new clothes, and my family does not have food for Eid." Amina felt very sad when she heard this. She ran back home and told her parents everything.
Mama listenet carefully.
Then she said something very important. "The best happiness," Mama said gently, "is when we make someone else happy." Amina thought for a moment. Then she picked up one of her Eid gifts. Yusuf watched her. At first he hesitated. But then he smiled and grabbed a bag of sweets. Together, they went back to Bilal. Amina handed him the gift. "This is for you," she said kindly. Yusuf gave him the sweets. Slowly, Bilal's face changed. A small smile appeared. Then a bigger one. "Thank you," he said happily. "Eid Mubarak." Soon the children were laughing and playing together. The boy who had been sad was now smiling and running with them. Amina realized something very special. Sharing made Eid even more beautiful. As the day slowly came to an end, the family gathered together again. The golden light of sunset filled the room. Grandmother looked at the children and spoke gently. "Remember this, my dear children," she said. "Eid is not only about new clothes or delicious food. Eid is about thanking Allah. And it is about caring for others and sharing our happiness." The children nodded with bright smiles. Together they said, "Eid Mubarak." And that day, Amina and Yusuf learned the most important lesson of all. The best Eid gift is making someone else happy. Eid Mubarak to you and your family.